Generously coat your pan with olive oil. This is when we begin to sweat our vegetables. What that means is we're going to allow high heat and the salt to dehydrate our vegetables, forcing them to release their own juices. And at the same time, the high heat will caramelize the vegetables, creating a more rounded, complex flavor and texture. So I'm going ahead and adding a little more olive oil. You want to get a nice coating on the bottom of the pan. And this is a big pan. So go ahead and turn your flame up pretty much all the way. On a pan like this, it's going to take a while to heat up. It's got a very thick bottom. Contrary to most knowledge, olive oil can actually take one of the highest temperatures of any oil. I believe extra virgin can take up to 400 something. I'm not sure exactly what, but high in the 400s. And extra virgin light can even go higher, like it's got peanut oil beat. Most people do not know that. We don't want to smoke our olive oil, but we want to get it about as hot as we can get it without smoking it. When you think it's starting to get hot enough, go ahead and throw some vegetables in to see if they sizzle. Right now it looks like not much is going on. We've got to wait a little bit longer. Starting to see a little bit of movement in the oil. Yeah, we're getting up a temperature now. Once you have a nice sizzle going, then it's time to add the rest of the vegetables. I think we're ready. Here we go. Go ahead and add all the vegetables at once. You should have a nice full pan, but don't let that alarm you. It'll shrink down. So now we're going to salt these guys down, get them to release their juices. The amount of salt really is irrelevant. We're just trying to create the dehydration necessary for them to release their juices. However, as a rule of thumb, if you taste a vegetable and it tastes about right, the way you'd want it to be tasting when you eat it, that's probably about right. Always better to have not enough than too much in this particular step. Let's go ahead and stir all these vegetables around with the salt and get them nicely coated with the oil. A little bit more salt. Now we can see that they're getting nicely coated, nicely mixed together. We basically just want to allow the heat to do its stuff. So just let the vegetables sit undisturbed for 2 to 5 minutes at a time before stirring once everything's nice and coated. So you want to give it a chance to really heat up. let's let it take a break. So we look over here. Our broth is looking beautiful. It's getting nice and hot, and the timing's pretty much perfect. Perfect timing would be the broth achieves a boil exactly at the time as the vegetables have sweat out their own juices to the point of half of their own volume. What that means is, on the vegetable side, the juices should be going halfway up the pan to the height of the vegetables, halfway up the height of the vegetables in the pan. Then we start ladling over the broth, as you will soon see. Moments like these are a great time to catch up on kitchen cleaning, recovering from your meal. Go ahead and stir the vegetables again now. You can see things starting to heat up nicely. And then tasting a vegetable to check the saltiness. Tastes just right. Sometimes people ask me how I can cook for 12 hours straight and not be bored. The answer is I have no idea. It's just way too interesting to me. Way too much passion to be bored. Stirring again. Now we're getting some steam. The bottom is starting to release all those juices that we're looking for. This is the time that your kitchen just starts to smell pretty unbelievably delicious. Looks like our broth is just about perfect. I'm about to reach a boil. Our vegetables are looking stunning. Really mix them up to get all those vegetables a chance to release. Now I'm checking to see if the juices are starting to come up the sides. Nothing too interesting yet.